Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and welcome to a video today that is a very different kind of video. Because I know for many years now, as the WWE games community, we have been crying out for GM mode to return in the current WWE 2K games, and yet, no response. We have literally been aired by WWE 2K year after year. Even though it still may be a while before WWE 2K themselves bring back GM mode, I guess we'll have to wait and see. There are a bunch of alternatives out there that we can play when it comes to that GM experience. Whether it be a game that's been out for a while, like the old SmackDown vs. Raw games where you can still get that GM experience, or a new and up-and-coming game where it's like the AEW GM game, or, you know, games like that. There's definitely places where you can still be a general manager in the wrestling game world. Kinda like the game I'm going to be playing today, which is called Wrestling GM, and you can find it on the App Store. And for full disclosure, this is a hashtag ad. But with that being said, it doesn't really feel like a hashtag ad because it just feels like everything has came together at the right time. Like recently, I just got the new job as the AEW general manager. You guys have been suggesting for months now that I play more GM type games. And I mean, we're still very much in the early days of my AEW GM career, but I like to think I've done a pretty good job so far. You know, 2 shows, the ratings are still high. We're winning in the Wednesday Night Wars. I mean, what's not to like about this general manager over here? Although with that being said, when it comes to Triple H and his NXT, it is going to be a cold winter ahead. And out of nowhere, kind of like an RKO, here comes Wrestling GM, and so I thought we'd go ahead and check it out today. So without further ado, let's hop in to this new GM mode experience in Wrestling GM. Okay, so now here we go inside Wrestling GM here, where you can see, by the way, look at this, we've got Dynamite Wrestling Promotions. That kind of reminds me of something as the AEW general manager. It's ringing a bell. Well, that's just an option inside the USA. You can see we've got all these different ones inside the USA, the home of professional wrestling, really. You got Canada here, you got like the Fight Project, you got Mexico, Guerreros de Lucha Libre, which is cool. Europe, you got some British wrestling right there. I love to see that. And in Japan, you got Ichiban Pro Wrestling. Okay. But I mean, at least for this video, I think it's pretty fitting that I go with Dynamite Wrestling Promotions. I become their general manager right here because I just became the wrestling general manager of AEW Dynamite in the AEW GM mode series. So why not go ahead with them? They got a traditional 1 rating, a mainstream 1 rating. They were founded in 2010 with 2,500 fans right now. They've got a pure 2 rating. Okay, we love to see that. And a realism of 1. Then you got like the about section here. Okay, so we got a nice selection of titles as well. We got a world title for DWP. We got a women's title, a television title, and tag team titles as well. Oh, it even gives you like a nice little roster tour as well. Okay, we got Jack Lazarus, the Paragon Jack Lazarus. Why does this guy remind me of Chris Jericho a little bit? Is anyone else getting Chris Jericho vibes from this guy? Okay, anyway, he's known as arguably the best wrestler in the world today. Oh my god, it's Chris Jericho. I'm the best in the world at what I do. Jack Lazarus was catapulted to the top of the card, immediately winning the DWP World title in his first match. What? Oh, this guy getting that big boy push. He's getting like that Finn Balor SummerSlam 2016. Okay, I see you. The gamble paid off as Lazarus was accepted as the promotion's top heel. Lately, Lazarus has surrounded himself with various heels in a stable known as the Sensational 6 Inner Circle. I see you. Okay, Inner Circle. The 6 grapplers have run roughshod on DWP, doing anything in their power to defend Lazarus' status as world champion. But moving on, we've got Stone Cassidy, not to be confused with Orange Cassidy. Within the professional wrestling world, Intercontinental Icon Stone Cassidy. I love that, Intercontinental Icon. That is a nice tagline right there. But anyway, taking a look at this, for those who don't know, Cassidy is a world travel veteran of the sport that has performed on every continent that has wrestling on it. Wow, okay. Alright, Sami Zayn, I see you. But anyway, I need to stop comparing them to other wrestlers. The point is, Stone Cassidy is a world travel performer. We've got Joey Duran over here, aka the Wildcat, and we've got a bunch of rosters here. Oh my god. This is certainly a stacked roster right here, and we haven't even started this GM experience, by the way. I'm just kind of fascinated by what we got going on here. Mason Dandridge reminds me of Matt Jackson with that headband right there. Kind of give me Joey Janela vibes. Look at Nate Dandridge as well. Oh, look at that. That is the Young Bucks. Okay, I see you, Wrestling GM. Once again, this is the Young Bucks right here, except it's the Dandridges, I guess. It doesn't really have the same slip of the tongue, but, you know, they're still super kicking people. I kind of like the look of Silver Star here. I like the look of Simone. Okay, sorry. I'm going to get into it in a second. I'm just fascinated by this roster right now anyway. But anyway, let's go ahead and create our game right here. Game name, I'm just going to call it Deonte DDJ just for the sake of branding, I guess. Okay, so now here we go. Total minutes. Show must be at least 90 minutes in length. Okay, hour and a half. Welcome to the fight card. In here, you will create the matches, fights, and angles, entertainment-oriented vignettes for each event. Events are expected to run for 120 minutes. The goal here is simple. Deliver the best possible events for your loyal fan base. Pick who fights, what type of fight it is, who wins, and ultimately, who gets to become champion. So yeah, the classic GM experience. kind of like I'm doing in the GMO series. I don't want to jump the gun here, but I think I'm going to be a good general manager here today. I feel like I've got the experience for the job. But anyway, now we can begin building our car. Let me go in and add a segment here. Ooh, okay, they've got a 1v1v1. We can do a fatal 4-way. We can do a triple threat tag match, a handicap match. Okay. Oh, and they've got an angle tab as well. Not to be confused with Kurt Angle. They've got different angles here, like promos, backstage attack. Okay, I want to do a 1v1 match to start off the show. We could do a hardcore match, but I feel like that shouldn't be the opening thing on Dynamite. Never mind. Oh, this is nice. We can do a fatal 4-way promo. Yeah, we're doing that. Hang on a second here. Okay. Yeah, let me go ahead and do a fatal 4-way promo. Can we mix? Is there intergender wrestling in this game? All right. I guess because Jack Lazarus is the world champion right now and he's kind of like the face of the company, let's go ahead and put him in here right now. And you can even see here they've got like a development feature where you can see like how the superstars continuing on with their fans and like how they're doing in the ring and everything, which is quite cool. Let's have it go on for 15 minutes. Nah, 50 minutes is too much. That's like a Authority 2014 promo right there. We don't want that. I don't want people to switch off the show as soon as they turn it on. Okay, let's do like a 10-minute promo. I think that should be fine. That's a nice little segment right there. So we'll go ahead and book that in for the opening of the show, and that's taking up 10 minutes. And I kind of want to do like a thing where the opening promo kind of works into how the main event goes. So depending on how that goes, I think Jack Lazarus, the champion, should go one-on-one with someone in the main event, right? Now, since I want to kick off my Dynamite Wrestling Productions in the biggest way possible, we're going to do Fiona Fire against Ashley Monroe in a women's championship match here. And looking at the match details, I think I want this to end in pinfall, not a stoppage, although that's a cool option to have all these different things. The women's championship is on the line. I'm not going to pick the winner. We're just going to have a random winner because, you know what, may the best woman win. Whoever wants to win this championship, then go ahead and fight for it. This match can be, it's the first match on the show. I'm going to have it be a 25-minute banger right there. Maybe even 30 minutes. It's for the title, actually. Let me go ahead and do a 30-minute banger. Okay, so now the third angle that I'm going to go ahead and run here is a challenge, an open challenge, a tag team open challenge. And let's go ahead and pick side A, which can be, where is he? Oh, wait, he's already booked, isn't he? Oh, wait, no, never mind. Actually, you can book people twice. I'm kind of overworking Mason Dandridge a little bit here, but Mason and Nate Dandridge, aka the Books of Youth right there, are going to go ahead and call out, who do they want to call out? You know what, I'm not going to lie, I kind of like the team of Phobia and Hammerschmidt. I don't know what it is about those two, but I just have the kind of Daniel Bryan, Team Hell No kind of thing with Kane going on with them, so we're going to go ahead and have them calling them out in a challenge, and that can last 15 minutes, sure. So now the show is up to 55 minutes, but we must have 3 matches at least on the card, so let's go ahead and make another match. You know what do I want to do here? Do I want to do a 3v3 cage match? I mean, that does get my prestige up to a 3-star, and the intensity is up to a 3-star, whereas a normal match is only 1-star. So I guess cage matches are what the people want in the universe, so let's go ahead and do a 3v3 cage match. And I mean, since intergender wrestling is a thing on this show, let's go ahead and have Michiko Tadashi. My god, what am I saying? Michiko Tadashi. Okay, there we go. We'll have her in there, and Silver Star can be the first one. And they could take on the team of Aisuke Igarashi, Austin Awesome, and Dillian Burns. Wow, what a name that is. That's an evil super villain name if I've ever heard one. Dillian Burns. You can tell this guy walks around like this. But anyway, enough of that evil mastermindedness aside, let's go ahead and see who we want to win this match. I'm thinking I kind of want to build up the baby faces a little bit, you know, because I don't really know who's winning the women's championship. That's kind of just down to the women. So it might be a face, it might be a heel. We'll find out. But with that being said, I do kind of like the look of this Michiko wow, I can't speak. With that being said, I do kind of want to push Michiko Tadashi here and get her into the women's championship picture. So we're going to go ahead and have them win. And they can win via climbing out the cage, okay? That makes it a little more exciting, doesn't it? And I mean, if we're going to go ahead and have a random cage match here on my Dynamite Wrestling Productions, let's go ahead and make it a... Ooh, we could make it a 60-minute match. No, you know what? That's too much. Let's go ahead and make it a 30 minutes, I think should be fine for a cage match, okay? Now that we've gone ahead and booked all of that, we're going to go ahead and book the main event, which will be Jack Lazarus taking on in a hardcore match. Actually, oh, the cage matches, the people really do like the cage matches, you know? You know what? As much as the people really do seem to love this cage match, I think, like, if I had one piece of feedback for this game, it would be kind of upping the intensity and the prestige of a hardcore match, because, like, it's a hardcore match. It should be a little higher ranked, you know? Like, I don't know about you guys watching the video, but I feel like if it was me watching an episode of Dynamite Wrestling Productions, I'd be more excited over seeing a hardcore match on the card than a cage match. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but main event here, I think we're going to do Jack Lazarus against Simone. I think I'm going to go ahead and do random winner. Actually, no, you know what? No. I want my champion to retain retain his title at least once here. I don't want him losing on the first episode of Dynamite Wrestling Productions because that's just kind of mad. I feel like it'd be pretty bad if I just had the champion lose straight away and then we had another championship change. I don't want people to think I'm just hot-shotting titles around here. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll have him retain, but you know, Simone will look strong in the match, you know, and in the opening match we had a fatal 4-way promo. Everyone's kind of like swimming like sharks around his title. He's got a lot of contenders right now, but he's still hanging on to the title, and that can be a, since it's just a normal match, a 20-minute match right there. Not gonna lie to you, I'm pretty happy with how this segment went here. Segment 1, we got a 78 rating for the fatal 4-way angle that we're going with. Realism gets a 1. Jack Lazarus doing his thing, gaining fans, gaining charisma. Same with Angelica Michaels. Mason Dandridge got a 68. Okay, not your greatest performer, Mr. Matt Jackson, but anyway, Simone got a 75. All right, let's move along. That's an 88 rated match. Okay, the women stealing the show as you would expect with women's wrestling. But anyway, Fiona Fire is your new DWP Women's Champion, and she had a great performance. She gained a bunch of fans. She learned in the basics of psychology. What a performance for Fiona Fire. I'm a big fan. And it was also face versus heel for the championship, so the crowd really liked that as well. But Ashley Monroe gained a bunch of stuff here. She's got the superstar look apparently, but so does Fiona Fire. She's got a cool factor as well. Okay, I'm becoming a believer in Fiona Fire. Maybe I'm a little biased because I kind of love everything related to Fire because Dante Inferno and, you know, listen, I'm just saying maybe Fiona Fire pulls up in the MyCAREER universe someday. I don't know. Anyway, now moving on to segment 3 here, where we got a 68 for this angle. Oh, that's that's a little bit of a stinker right there, but a 68 rated angle from the Dandridges calling out Phobia and Hammerschmidt. I guess they weren't too much of a fan of that, but Nate Dandridge does have the cool factor, fair enough. Phobia is a champion, and Hammerschmidt, he's not doing great, really. Oh no, that is not what I like to see. In the semi-main event, we got a 59 in the 3v3 cage match. I thought the fans loved cage matches. I thought you were marks for the cage match. What do you mean you don't like the cage match? Anyway, it was a face versus heel at least. At least we got that right. But anyway, we got Ilya Crocs, who is currently a champion as well. He's a pure 2 wrestler. We got Michiko Tadahashi, whose name I will eventually not botch. She did an okay performance. Silver Star was a champion as well. Okay, generally not a bad performance from the wrestlers, but it wasn't great either. It was kind of just an average performance from everyone in this match. Okay, not the greatest cage match, but I guess we'll save the cage matches for the pay-per-views from now on. This is what I like to see here, an 88 rated main event from Jack Lazarus retaining the DWP World Championship in a hardcore match against Simone, but it was a great showing from Simone, so good for her. And now we've got the fan base report from show 1 here, where I've got a mainstream one. Okay, we made it into the mainstream, better than WWE could say, haha. Oh, we're trying to break into the mainstream. I did it on my first show. All right, anyway, moving on. 77 rated show. We got a bronze medal. Okay, I'll take that as, yeah, overall not a terrible show. The semi-main event kind of stunk the building out, but the main event brought the fans back. And also on top of all that, we gained 14,900 fans for that show, by the way. And also I kind of don't like how the measurements are for the fans. Like, it says 2,515k, which is a little confusing because, like, if I had 2.5k fans and I gained 14,000, then it just all kind of sounds confusing. So if the measurement for that could be changed, that would be better, just to make it a little more easy and readable for someone like me. Maybe I'm the only one thinking that, but I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking right there. Maybe it could be a little bit easier to read. But anyway, you will not be able to see this information again. That's fine. I've already read it. And we move on to show 2. I like how we got mainstream 1, relatively volatile company fan base and growth rate. Huh? Well, what other company has a volatile fan base? I mean, I just can't think of it really. Anyway, moving on, we got luchadors, cruiserweights, and technicians, which receive a boost because we got pure 2 rating. All right, not too bad. Our show is going well so far. Wait, hang on a second. I just noticed this free agents thing. We can get free agents on this show? Yo, that's kind of fire right there. Okay, do we have any golden coins though? We might not actually have any gold coins. Okay, we don't have any gold coins. Never mind. So unfortunately, we cannot sign Brandon Judge, the executioner he's called. But I guess we can at least look through the free agents right now and maybe buy them at a later point. We've got Adam Sawyer, Phantom, that sounds cool, Scott Ringo, Eric Considine, Spencer Van Zandt, not to be confused with Paige Van Zandt, Channing Dansero, Ahmed Mohammed, Thanatos. What the hell do we have? Thanos in this bitch? Okay, we've got Alex White, Titus Porter Jordan, El Fuego. Okay, this guy's El Fire as well. I'm just building a faction of fire people on my own right now. It actually turns out that the reason I'm making this video truthfully is just to build a massive fire faction, and right now I'm just looking for recruits. So El Fuego and Fiona Fire are coming to the faction. We also got Calico Jack, who kind of reminds me of Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean right there. Jared Grenier. We've got a bunch of free agents going down here. Ah, okay, this makes a lot more sense now. Taking a look at the team, teams. We've got the Super Kick squad. So yeah, they are essentially supposed to be the Young Bucks. Like, I was kind of a little bit wary there, whether or not to call them the Young Bucks, because I wasn't sure if they were supposed to be. But yeah, clearly the Super Kick squad, their title history, there are 7-time DWP Tag Team Champions, and they are former War Tag Team Champions as well. We got the top guys, which, you know, FTR right there. Okay, yeah, so now I get it. This is essentially like Dynamite right here. I'm feeling at home. We got FTR of Reed Sanderlin and Dillian Burns. Okay, the top guys are out. We've also got the Lucha Nation, aka the Lucha Bros right there. I like to see that. They are the current DWP Tag Team Champions. We've got the Metalheads. We've got the Sensational Six, aka the Inner Circle. We've got the Sensational Six 2. Oh wait, no, actually, I just realized what's going on here. It's Sensational Six 1. It's basically the full Inner Circle right here, but they're split into like 3 different things. I guess that's actually a pretty cool feature to have. Like, you got the Sensational Six 1 because that's Jack Lazarus and Hammerschmidt, but then also you got the Sensational Six 3, which is like a different combination of Jack Lazarus and Ilya Kroig. And I do really like the tag team here of the Baddie and the Beam between Simone and Heather Beam. Okay, we've got the Fearsome Foursome 2 with Fiona Fire and Simone. I like those two together. But anyway, moving on now, let's go ahead and add another segment. And now that I've already done this once, hopefully I can just do this straight away. Now we're gonna book another cage match, a one-on-one cage match, just because those fans are gonna like it whether or not. God damn it. Listen, maybe the first cage match that I did stunk the building out, but we're gonna try it again with Stone Cassidy and Simone. Okay, eventually these Dynamite fans are gonna love this cage match, and we'll end it in a submission because everyone loves a good submission. Simone can build some momentum in a 60-minute cage match. You fans better love it. Well, now moving on, let's run another angle here. Let's go ahead and do a celebration because we had a new women's champion. Let's have a celebration of Fiona Fire, talking about how she just won the women's championship. We'll do that for 15 minutes. I'll give her 15. I'm kind of a fan of Fiona Fire, so she deserves all the time she wants, okay? And I think just because I kind of want to build into the pay-per-view with Burns and Sanderlin, we're going to go ahead and have this match stop in a stoppage. We're going to just have the FTR beat the hell out of the Young Bucks right here. No more super kicks for you. No more super kick parties in my DWP. We're going to have that be a stoppage after a 25-minute match. But now moving on, let's go ahead and do a 2-on-1 backstage attack here with Jack Lazarus and Hammerschmidt of the Sensational Six are going to attack someone, but who are they attacking? I'm not going to lie to you though, this game is making me feel really nostalgic. Like, I'm getting so many flashbacks of just being a kid playing the GM mode games. I'm booking out my own shows and everything on like 2007. And one thing I will say that I do remember from those old GM mode games is that you can't really just be running like big matches all the time. And I know I'm kind of a hypocrite because the show is opening with a cage match, but still, hear me out. I guess my point is that I don't want to like overbook my show with too many big matches. I want it to feel special when you see a hardcore match pop up. Like, it was special because it was the first episode of Dynamite, but now we're gonna go ahead and not do that anymore, at least for a couple of weeks, maybe until the pay-per-view comes up. But anyway, in the main event, I'm gonna have Simone pin the world champion, because kind of the story arc throughout this episode of Dynamite here is that the Inner Circle, aka like Jack Lazarus and the Sensational Six, are beating down people backstage, and then in the main event, Simone gets her win back over Jack Lazarus to pin the world champion. But she didn't win the world champion a week ago, and you know, she didn't win the world championship a week ago, but now she's pinned the champion and she's got herself another title match in the future. But anyway, we'll have her pin him, and that can be a 30-minute match. So there is our Dynamite show. Okay, let's go ahead and begin again. Oh no, it happened again. We had another stinker on Dynamite. No, a 66 rated match. I mean, that's kind of average to be fair, but apparently the people, they act like they love cage matches, and then when you give them what they want, they don't want it. Why? What? I don't understand what these people want. You know what? Fine, no more cage matches ever again. They're banned. We're done with them. But anyway, Simone goes ahead and wins any cage match. And by the way, I double booked Simone. And you know, believe what you will about this, but on one hand, you could think that I just made a mistake and accidentally double booked Simone because I'm a fan of hers, and on the other hand, I may be building her up like a Sami Zayn, Johnny Gargano type character. And so I'm just saying, Simone is slowly gaining more fans. She's slowly building herself back up to that world title scene, and eventually it's going to be a huge moment when she wins the world title from Jack Lazarus. But anyway, moving on, the 73 rated angle here, Fiona Fire celebration after winning the women's championship. We love to see that. We love Fiona Fire. In the semi-main event, the Young Bucks and FTR go ahead and put on a absolute banger, an 83 rated match. Okay, and by the way, keep in mind this match ended in a stoppage, so you know, they put on a banger, it ends in a stoppage, and now everyone is excited for the pay-per-view where they're gonna do it again. But anyway, segment 4 here, the backstage attack. It's a 68 rated angle where they attacked Michiko I literally can't speak. I am genuinely realizing that, but Michiko Tadashi, or Machiko Tadashi. Anyway, she gets attacked. Hopefully, the fans are getting behind her, right? Yeah, she's getting fans slowly but surely. And when I say slowly but surely, I mean very slowly, because she gained 100 fans from that. Okay, that's kind of bad. She gained 100 fans and had a 40 rating in that segment. I mean, she did get attacked, to be fair, but at the same time, are you guys not feeling sorry for her or anything? Can I not get her over? I don't care, goddammit. Getting Michiko Tadashi over. I'm gonna be like Vince McMahon with Roman Reigns. She is gonna win the Royal Rumble, whether you like it or not, okay? And you are getting more goddamn cage matches, whether you like it or not, okay? I don't care what you people want. I'm now a heel general manager, bitch. I just turned heel. But anyway, moving on here. Segment 5, a 71 rated main event where Simone has somehow, someway pinned the world champion Jack Lazarus, and she is heading towards the pay-per-view looking for a title match. And by the way, can we talk about this? Jack Lazarus had a 96 overall rating in this match. What the hell? This man actually showed up and showed out in the main event. But anyway, yeah, overall a 73 rated show here on Dynamite. Not a bad one. You know, real quick before we wrap things up here, we got the Super Kick Squad. I'm gonna rename them to, of course, the Books of Youth, because that's basically what they are, right? I spelled that wrong, okay? The Books of Youth, there we go. We're gonna change their name, and oh hey, it's the top guys. Why not rename them to
Hey, guys, on 3, 1, 2, 3. Fuck the revival! Yeah!
I'm just messing around. I do love the Revival, aka FTR, but yeah, we got a few more shows until the pay-per-view here on Dynamite Wrestling Promotions. Have I been calling it Productions this whole time? I feel like I have. They are Dynamite Wrestling Promotions is the name of our brand, but either way, we are gaining fans, and we've got plans here for where we're heading in the future on Dynamite. I'm kind of hoping that by the pay-per-view we can get the title on Simone and just have her as world champion, because she's kind of like my Sami Zayn, Johnny Gargano character right now. But with that being said, who knows what the future holds for Jack Lazarus and Simone and Fiona Fire and all them people, because that's where I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up today's video. Hope you guys all enjoyed this video where I became the general manager of Wrestling GM on the App Store. I will leave a link to the game down in the description below. You can go ahead and check it out for yourself and play through it. Maybe you can book Simone in a different way, or Michiko Michiko Tadashi, I think was her name. But anyway, the point is, when it comes to Wrestling GM, this was a super fun video to make, and if you guys do want to see a part 2, then I will make a part 2 if you want to see that. But with that being said, if I did have any feedback for Wrestling GM, I would really love to see more match types being able to be picked on the weekly episodes of Dynamite or whatever promotion I decide to pick, and also having more territories would be better, like more specific territories. And also going back to something I said earlier with the fans, I think if you literally just made it like tiny little change with the measurements when it comes to like how it's measured with the K and everything, just to make it a little more easily readable and to track how many fans you have, that would be better. I think some slight adjustments here and there to how like the hardcore match is rated compared to the cage match would be good, because I feel like a hardcore match and a cage match is kind of on level terms when it comes to it. Like when it comes to a match that's really gonna bring hype, like I feel like a cage match isn't that much higher than a hardcore match, because a hardcore match has all these different things in it, kind of like a cage match does, but I feel like fans would love both of them equally, you know? Maybe even a hardcore match a little more if you're a fan of ECW, you know? I mean, all in all, Wrestling GM is a fun little game to pick up and play whenever you want that quick GM experience. You can download it on the App Store for free on iOS, and I will leave a link down in the description below. But yeah, I mean, overall, I definitely think this game has a lot of potential, just a few minor tweaks here and there to make the game better and feel a lot more like a GM mode game, better than it ever has before. Then I think we're set, you know, we're golden. And so yeah, thank you once again to Wrestling GM for sponsoring this video, #ad. But if you did enjoy this video, then please drop a like on it. It really does help out the small YouTuber a lot more than you think. And also subscribe and turn up post notifications so you don't miss the up and coming content on the channel. And also, we're on the road to 20k, but thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and that's been it. Too sweet.